Nothing pains Professor Anukriti more than to see people waste their potential. Nothing gives her more pleasure than to see people stretch, grow, perform, and produce. Ma'am's life purpose is to inspire and empower people to become powerful by helping them magnify their impact, influence, success, and wealth. Professor Anukriti is on a mission to enable as many students as she can to magnify their life's potential. Discover the variety of mentorship, advisory, and coaching services Professor Anukriti has developed to magnify your influence, success, and wealth. In order to fulfill her mission, Professor Anukriti has designed a flagship course that enables students to strengthen and sharpen their communication and leadership capabilities. Leader on Probation 30-Day Challenge. Embark on a 30-day odyssey of transformation, unlocking your inner leader and igniting your professional confidence. Through focused tasks and exercises, unleash your true potential, shattering boundaries and emerging as a bold, decisive leader. Redefine your career trajectory and awaken the leader within, primed for unrivaled professional success. To that effect, a very interesting activity was conducted today on the 22nd of April 2024 for the students of BBA semester 2nd and final year BCom and BBA. Comfort zones. What are comfort zones? This activity was conducted for people to realize they are still living in their cocoon. And when people realize what comfort zones really are, they tend to understand that how disruptive and self-sabotaging they can be. Comfort zones, where dreams go to die, delves into the deceptive allure of the comfort zone and its detrimental impact on growth and success. This enlightening exploration challenges the narrative of contentment with mediocrity, emphasizing the transformative power of discomfort. Learn how embracing challenges, confronting fears, and setting higher bars can pave the way for unparalleled success.
Brand new page, brand new dates. We will write down the heading. It's a very kissy pitty heading. We know about it. All of us have heard this phrase, I guarantee you. The comfort zone. How many of you have heard the phrase comfort zone ever? Raise your hands. कभी आपको किसी ने बोला या आपने किसी को बोला or you heard someone else saying this to somebody else. But in some aspect, you have heard this phrase, the comfort zone. I like to sometimes call it the C zone. The corporates call it, for example, बेटा आपका नाम क्या है? Pass. If a Upasana tries to play safe, I would say, why are you always in the C zone, Miss Upasana? Can we get out of the C zone? What's the C zone? Comfort zone. So right, comfort zone. Now, the way I will handle the comfort zone in this class is going to be different. So the whole boarding phrase is going to now become challenging and interesting. Write down the first line. Sometimes I will ask you to take my lines as they are, which means I will dictate them. Then I want you to read them, reflect on them, and then we will discuss them. Because these lines are strategically written to have an impact on you. The first thing, write down. Why is it so dangerous, this comfort zone? The comfort zone inhibits. You must have read about inhibitors in chemistry at school. Inhibitors which slow down a chemical reaction. ये होते हैं inhibitors. Prajapati, what are catalysts? Chemistry, grade 10, anyone? CBSE, yes, Miss Harshita, you can speak.
मैम कैटलिस्ट वो मैम रिएक्शन को फास्ट कर देता है.
They speed up a reaction. Similarly, inhibitors were chemicals which would slow down the reaction. बहुत तेज reaction होता है, इसके speed को कम करो. Reaction slow होता है, speed it up, use a catalyst. So, a comfort zone inhibits our desires and passions. These are two important words. I want you to underline desires and passions. The comfort zone inhibits our desires and passions. अब इसके आगे जो मैं बोलने वाली हूँ, that is dangerous. Desires and passions from turning into a reality. From turning into a reality. For example, Mr. Prajapati could think of an idea in his mind. He has a desire to turn that idea into a reality for his life, for himself. He has a passion. He wants to turn it into a reality, but in case he has the comfort zone mindset, it's a mindset. Comfort zone is a mindset. If he has that mindset will inhibit his passion from turning into a reality. ये इसको reality नहीं बना पाएंगे. Because he lacks money? No. Because he lacks skill? No. Because he lacks physical strength? Absolutely not. He has all the resources, he has the help, he has the money, he has friends, people support. What stops him? The mindset. Mindset क्या है? Comfort zone. Next line, which is stronger than that. This comfort zone mindset does one more thing to you. It tells you, we don't have a marker, otherwise I would have made it bold. It tells you, अब ये आप चाहे तो apostrophe में लिख लीजिए. You know direct speech, indirect speech. Direct speech write with the apostrophe, write it in apostrophe. It tells you, it actually speaks to you. Your goals are enough. Underline enough. So Miss Upasana might have certain goals for herself as soon as she graduates from college. So if I am the comfort zone, I am a person, but let's call me the comfort zone. I will tell Miss Upasana, your goals are enough. Enough, good, अच्छा है. Take for example, write down, एक example लिख लीजिए. It's a very common example. Then I will ask you to think of your own examples. A very common example, for example, 9 to 5 job. Miss Upasana has found a fantastic 9 to 5 job for herself. Let's focus on Miss Upasana. Miss Upasana पे focus करते हैं. She has found a 9 to 5 job for herself as soon as she gets her degree from our college. She will join the job, yes? Now Miss Upasana and everyone else, I want you to write a question below this. Question लिखिए. I will tell Upasana to question herself if she comes to me for advice now. She says, ma'am, I found a great job. I would like to have some advice from you. I would congratulate her one because many people are struggling for the job. She has the talent, the skill, the capabilities and the confidence and the personality to land a job, first of all. So, congratulations. Now, as an advisor, as a success mentor and as a business coach, I would tell her, Miss Upasana, write a question for yourself and ask yourself this question 5 years from now. This is 2024. I'll tell her to ask herself this question in 2028 or 2029. The question is, am I going to be happy with this 9 to 5 job long term? Heard of long term relationships? What are long term relationships? Marriage is an example of a long term relationship. It's long term, yes or no? Have you seen many businesses which have thrived for hundreds of years? Asian Paints, Tata. These are long-term businesses, yes? So, I would tell her, guide her, ask yourself this question, am I going to be happy with this 9 to 5 in the long term? अब आपका long term में क्या कुछ भी हो सकता है. Everyone's definition of long term is different. You can apply the same to personal relationships also. 5 years for me could be very long term. Prajapati might say, what is 5 years? I'm looking at a lifetime here. Yes or no? सबकी definition अलग है. So, I want everyone to take 1 minute here. 9 to 5 was a very common example. Think of something in your life right now which you are planning to pursue. Whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in your professional life. It could be related to money, wealth, health, relationships, business, entrepreneurship, anything. Think of something that you are already doing or are planning to do. Write it down. Example, अपने लिए लिखिए. कुछ तो होगा. And then put that question to yourself. Is this thing going to make me happy long term? In the long term process. Let's focus on the students. I will not ask you right away, but think for a minute, and some of you will have a reflection about what you are doing already or are planning. ये आप खुद के लिए देखिए, मुझे नहीं जानना। Take another PP line. It's a power punch about the comfort zone. Why this is so dangerous? Comfort is actually a drug. Underline the word drug. We have different classifications of drugs. Prajapati, you would understand. Especially people who belong to the fitness industry, come from the world of fitness, are into fitness, would have great knowledge of the kinds of drugs we have. We have over-the-counter drugs. We have other kinds of fitness industry drugs which help you boost your testosterone, your muscle mass. Then we have recreational drugs. We have recreational psychedelic drugs, all kinds of drugs. Comfort is a drug. Why? Think about it. Write it down. Write it and think about it. Once you get used to it, you are addicted. लिख लो ये. Once you get a taste of it, you like it. Now you are addicted. Now you want it. How does your drug journey begin? You take a taste of it, it does something to you, you like the sensation, you like the feeling, you like it. That's your first introduction to the drug. The second time you see the drug, you definitely want to reach out and take it because you have memory. The last time I took it, it made me feel like that, and I want that feeling again. So you reach out, for example, for the glass of or for the drink of alcohol. The third time you see it, this time you will not have one drink, you will have two. The next time, you will not wait for an opportunity. You will create an opportunity, which means now you buy your own bottle, which means you can have your drink whenever you want. Before you realize it, it's turned into 3 drinks. समझ में आ रहा है how your drug journey grows? Now your bottle is over. You emptied the bottle, you finished all the alcohol. Now what are you thinking about? You're worried. I need to get my fix. I need to get my next stop. So I need to save money. How much money do I have? I need to get it. I need it. From I want it, suddenly you realize you have a dependence. Now you're speaking in terms of I need it. Instead of worrying about your work, your targets, your goals, your deadlines, what are you worried about? How much money do I have? How much can I keep away to buy my next stop of whichever drug? Because I need it now. When I get home, I need my drink because it makes me feel a certain way, and now I am addicted to that feeling. Because the drug gives me that feeling, I am addicted to the drug. The same formula, this whole journey applies to comfort. Now you're so used to it, if you are not getting it, you are getting what? Frustrated, irritated. What happens when you go through withdrawal from a drug? Let's say you go to a rehabilitation center. Have you heard of rehab centers? People go to rehab centers to detox and get rid of the drug from their system. Then they go through what are known as withdrawal symptoms. People are irritable, people are damn frustrated, people become very irrational, extremely emotional, they lash out, they fight. They can't think straight. होता है कि नहीं होता है? The same thing starts happening to you now that you are not getting your stock of comfort every day. कोई example बता सकते हैं life में? You switch jobs. You take up a new job in a new city, new company, bigger position. You were probably used to a mid-level job which offered you some comfort. But now you are in a senior position where you have a lot more responsibility. Suddenly that quota of comfort is no more there. You have to give the presentations. You are responsible for people. You are heading teams. The comfort is gone. For the first 1 to 2 months, how are you going to feel? Are you going to feel very happy, or are you going to feel things like insecurity, discomfort, a little bit of frustration, little bit of demotivation? A thought might sometimes come to your mind, yeah, the pehla job acha tha. I might as well go back to it. I'll call my ex-boss, apologize and go back. कभी ऐसा भी ख्याल आ सकता है. Sometimes you might call your family, I'm not liking it here. It's too tough. I want to come back home. Then your parents might try to inspire you, give you some words of motivation. ऐसा होगा कि नहीं होगा? In the first 1 to 2 months, Prajapati, will this happen to you? If you are a man who believes in comfort, conditional है, तुम हो नहीं. I know you're a very disciplined man, but एक मिनट के लिए imagine कर लो that you love comfort. फिर होगा कि नहीं होगा? फिर तो होगा. अब बहुत अच्छी बात है कि तुम relate नहीं कर पाते, क्योंकि तुम तो discipline में जीते ही हो. तुमको ये चीज समझ में नहीं आएगी. I'm teaching it, मुझे समझ में नहीं आती. People who live in comfort, Prajapati, I have no sympathy for them because I can't understand it. If I can't understand it, I can only inspire you. If you're suffering from this addiction, get rid of it. That's all I can say. So, I don't know if any one of you have ever been a part of my webinars, but there is one thing which I always say. I want you to write it down. ये आपको सिर्फ comfort zone में ही काम नहीं आएगी, लाइफ में सब जगह काम आएगी. When people are talking to you and you want to understand their psychology. When people say things to make you happy. अब people में चलिए मुझे replace कर लीजिए. If I come to your class and say something to you which makes you happy. Now I want Harshita to think about it. I want Prajapati to think about it. I want all of you to think about this. If I come to your class every day and say things to make you happy, who am I in love with? You or me? हिंदी में अगर मैं वो सारी बातें बोलती हूँ जिनसे आप खुश होते हैं, जिनसे आपको खुशी मिलेगी, क्या मुझे आपसे प्यार है या अपने आप से प्यार है?
आपको अपने आप से प्यार है.
Why?
कह सकते हैं कि जैसे कि मैं आप कभी कोई किसी को समझा रहा हूँ, चाहे बता रहा हूँ, तो मुझे इतना पता है कि मैं इतना अच्छे समझा सकता हूँ उसे कि वो उसको समझ में आया, उसको उस बात से उसको प्यार है उस चीज़ से. तो जैसे मैं अगर अपने आप से खुद नहीं समझ रहा हूँ कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, मैं दूसरों को क्या समझा पाऊँगा?
नहीं, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पे नहीं जा रहे. आप बहुत अच्छे कम्युनिकेटर हैं. यू आर इनटू फिटनेस. चलिए फिटनेस का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. आपके पास कोई क्लाइंट आता है. अब क्लाइंट ने एक टारगेट लिया है, आई वांट अ फ्लैट बेली इन 3 months. आप फिटनेस ट्रेनर हो, बहुत ही कॉम्पिटेंट फिटनेस ट्रेनर हो, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, पर्सनालिटी भी बहुत अच्छी है. आपने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उनसे एक बात बोली जो उनको सुनने में अच्छी लगती है. आर यू इन लव विद योरसेल्फ और आर यू इन लव विद हिम और हर, द क्लाइंट?
विद द क्लाइंट.
उनको अच्छा लगा ना सुन के, जो वो सुनना चाहते थे. You are in love with yourself. Why? Because he wants the business. I'll come to you, darling. He wants the business. You want the client's money, na? Because you are in love with yourself. So say something which will make the client happy and get the money, get the job, get the business. Now, if Prajapati is a man of principle and honesty, great communication skills also, यार. हम ये मान के नहीं चल रहे कि आपको मैसेज कन्वे करना नहीं आता, वो नहीं समझ पा रहा. I am a great communicator. I can convey my message to you articulately. I will not shout at you. I will not slap you. I will not be aggressive with you. I will use all the best practices in communication to deliver my best message to you. But second case now, Prajapati is a man of honesty and integrity. He tells the client what the client needs to know for the client's growth and development. Now is Prajapati in love with himself or in love with the client? I'm asking all of you.
मतलब मैं ये अपने आप से बात कर रहा हूँ, like
भाई दूसरा केस है, think about it. Listen, pay attention to my English. 1. Prajapati says something which makes the client happy. 2. Prajapati says something which the client needs to hear. दो situations हैं ये. In the first situation, when Prajapati says something which makes the client happy, is he in love with the client or himself? Himself. Second situation, he says something, he's a great communicator, uses all the best skills, says something to the client which the client needs to hear, जो client के लिए सुनना जरूरी है. Now is Prajapati in love with himself or in love with the client? Such बोलने से he might lose the client also. But the truth is what will transform the client's body. So Prajapati says, I don't care about losing a little bit of money, but I am going to pursue the truth. And I will speak the truth which the client needs to hear. Because that truth will change the client's life and will help the client reach his or her fitness goal. The problem is, most of the people don't like to listen to the truth because the truth is oftentimes a bitter pill to swallow. English में सुना है bitter pill, it's a bitter pill to swallow. Truth अक्सर कड़वा होता है, accept करने में problem होती है, client जा सकता है, he might lose a client, but it takes guts and courage to speak the truth. So Prajapati in the short term may lose a client, but in the long term, what will happen to his reputation? He will earn respect and trust from people in the fitness industry. अब क्या होगा 2 साल के बाद he will get all the top clients, all the celebrities coming only to Prajapati. Why? Because his reputation has been established. What is his reputation? He speaks the truth. ये सच बोलते हैं और ये वही चीज बताते हैं जो हमें करनी चाहिए अपने गोल को रीच करने के लिए. ये डरते नहीं हैं. Now will all the top clients come to him?
Yes.
That's the way to go. So where were we? What did we write down? ये लिख लीजिए. If you say things to make people happy, you are in love with yourself. But if you say things which people need to hear, जो उनके लिए सुनना जरूरी है, then you are in love with the people. You should aim to be the second type of person. You speak the truth which people need to hear. Then you are in love with them. समझ में आ रहा है? कहने का मतलब, probably Miss Harshita will understand, do not be a people pleaser. But this applies to everyone. We are just cracking a personal joke. You don't even know about it. Everyone is doing it. आपसे बिना पूछे मैं बोल सकती हूँ. हम सब कभी ना कभी people pleasing कर रहे हैं. Don't be a people pleaser. Speak the truth. Now, I want you to quickly take down or make a diagram rather. In your life, you will come across. Why are we discussing the comfort zone? इसको practically तोड़ते हैं. Why are we even doing it? Is it plain theory or is it pure practical science? In your life, you have either already come across or you will come across people make 2 arrows in 2 different directions. Something like this. You could zoom in. Zoom in. Make something like this. Something like this that I've drawn for her. You will come across 2 kinds of people. लिखिए. The first one, underachiever. Second, high achiever. We can focus on his work. Underachiever and high achiever. दूसरा होगा high achiever. Second category, left side, people who are broke. B-R-O-K-E. Broke means kangal. Second category, wealthy. People who have zero influence in life. Zero influence.
Who have?
Zero influence. Influence का मतलब समझते हैं? The simplest definition of influence is how many people know you, respect you, trust you. ये है आपका influence. You will come across people with zero influence and then you will come across people with high influence. The next category, जल्दी से लिख लीजिए. You will come across people with zero impact. When they speak, there is no impact on people. Then you will come across people with high impact. Now Prajapati will tell us, beta, in दोनों में अंतर क्या है? There is only one difference. The difference is very simple to figure out. क्या चीज है जो ये डिफरेंशिएट कर रही है लोगों को? या तो तुम जीरो इन्फ्लुएंस पे हो या फिर तुम हाई इन्फ्लुएंस पे हो. एक ही चीज है जिसकी वजह से ये डिफरेंस पैदा हो रहा है.
मैम अंडर अचीवर
कौन जानता है? What is the differentiator? What differentiates an underachiever from a high achiever? Person with zero influence from person with high influence. There is only one thing which creates the difference.
कंफर्ट जोन मैम लाइक
That is the comfort zone. Simple. If I live in a comfort zone, I might have zero influence because I feel मैं जितना कर रही हूँ ना उतना काफी है. It's a cocoon. It's a nice protected life, a cocoon. But if I break out of it and I say no, I want to achieve more, now I become a high achiever. नहीं तो underachiever. Why? Because I will have to pass now. 5 साल बाद भी अगर आप वही 9 to 5 कर रहे हो, are you an underachiever or a high achiever?
Underachiever.
उस 5 साल में हो सकता है आपका प्रमोशन हो चुका होगा. You might have had a better designation or a salary hike, or you might have started your own startup. Who knows? The world is endless with endless opportunities. The only thing which is a differentiator in this diagram, बीच में लिख लीजिए if you want to, as a line, your comfort zone. If you are in the comfort zone, you are on the left side. If you are out of the comfort zone, you come to the right side. Now, quickly let's write down an activity.